I'm Joshua Vallejo.
My name is Veronica Vallejo.
I'm Joshua's father, Jesse Vallejo.
Basically, it was a lot of research. It was very time consuming. I had to mainly throw a dart and hope and pray that I would get a contact, and then once I established that contact, try to actually get the other person on the line and get additional information as to their college and if they would be interested in reviewing information on my son. So it was extremely time consuming.
Oh, I let all the paperwork and stuff like that. My wife handled it, but I was very glad that my wife was. I've never asked her this, how she got a hold of you. I was just, one day she told me, you need to be at Porter at 4:30, you know, you're going to speak to Coach Herrera. So I'm very grateful and to God and my wife to getting a hold of you and guiding us through this process.
Chain emails. An email was sent out to Porter High School, and one of the coaches forwarded to me, and I remember if it was yesterday, the subject caught my attention, recruiting, and it had everything that I was looking for in regards to the keywords were research and scholarship and recruiting. So that's everything that I needed in one shot. So it clearly got my attention. I was not able to attend the meeting, and is why I called my husband and asked him to be present.
Yeah, I just won, and they said that I wasn't. I believe I wasn't good enough or something like that. So I just played my senior year and hope to do the best I could. Because I know I'm gonna have to remember it for the rest of my life. So I tried to do the best I could, and I was really glad when I had a really great season and I was able to get some offers from schools.
Initially I telephoned, and just to get a feel for what your organization was about. You were very attentive. You answered all of my questions. You didn't seem in a rush. So many people are trying to, just give me the information and meet me here and we'll give a recap. You gave me a very personalized attention, making me feel important, hence making me feel reassured that this is what I was needing to get my son where he needed to be.
Well, it went very well. That's what I met with the coaches before you got there to give them the heads up that you were coming. And you were very patient answering all my questions, and when you left, even the coaches said, I mean, I don't see him being here just for the money. I actually think that he's going to help you out, and I mean, it's up to you if you guys can afford it, which is very, I thought it was very cheap what you were charging us.
Cost effective.
And comparing with other guys that we had spoken to, and thousands of dollars. But the time consuming that you really did awesome helping my son, very patient. I don't know how many times I called you and you answer all my questions all the time. So everything that you did for us, I'm very grateful, and you with the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you with this from my heart to you, telling you thank you.
In the beginning, when I made the phone call and you provided the information, and we got a meeting relatively quick. You came out to my home. We spent another hour and a half, 2 hours reviewing. You were very thorough. You had a lot of information to provide, to share, websites, things of that nature. Post assistance, you said that you would also be of service after the fact, after he signed or during the meeting. It all seemed too good to be true. I was very skeptical through the whole process. I would question, you indirectly, through my husband, we would have meetings, and he says that, you know, he was very comfortable. You were reporting to him once a week, you were giving him updates. For me personally, where I felt that every cent was more than worth it is at the time where I needed to make a decision. My son had multiple offers, and we looked at each one with a fine-tooth comb. I was extremely frustrated, and I remember calling you at least 7 times, and each phone call you would answer extremely calm, patient, and I would tell, I'll call you right back. You were like, okay. And when I called back, yes, Miss Vallejo, and okay, I'm at the computer. What do I need to do now? And where do I go? How do I, you know, formulate, you know, the offer? And you knew exactly where I needed to go. You went through every step to where I got the amounts and was able to make an informed decision. And that, to me, enabled us to make the right decision for my son. Not only, you know, college of his preference, but financially where we could, you know, send him. So that's where you really came through for me.
For us.
I felt really happy. I mean, that's all somebody can hope for. I mean, people kind of fighting over you, trying to get you to go to their school and play for, and have you play for them. I just consider it an honor.
That was a coach that I would always contact you and tell you this is what he's doing and stuff. And every time you would check and you would say, let me call you back with let me check with that rule list or with that NCAA about that, and you know, and other coaches that would come and stay here an hour and a half, or call me. Even on signing day, we had coaches at the school after he had verbally committed. That's on signing day, he had coaches there trying to convince him to go to the university, you know, and you were there the whole way. And I don't know how many times I called you. You probably knew that every other ring that would call you, it was me or my wife. And you know, you guys, you just did awesome, and I'm so glad that you were sent to us from God, you know.
If I had to recap what your service has to offer, I think the top 3 would be, it alleviated a lot of time off of my hands because you did the legwork. And the other 2 would be that it gave me peace of mind because I know my son was being marketed in the areas that I chose for him to be marketed, which generated competition and interest in him. But most importantly, I know that my son's name got out there. I'm not going to sit here after the fact and thinking shoulda, coulda, woulda. We did it, we went forward, we know what offers were made, people, which colleges were interested, and we're still getting calls to date, you know, that this is not the end and that they're looking for him for next season. So the program itself, it was extremely beneficial, and my only regret is that we didn't start sooner. We waited till his senior year, and if we would have known, you know, that this program existed or other programs like this, but this one in particular, we would have capitalized on it. We would have been all over it, and it just very it's very hard. It's very sad that parents are willing, but they don't have the know-how, and that's where you come in because you know how.
I'm really comfortable. I'm really happy with my decision. At the school that I had been looking at for a long time. Since I was in middle school, I had gone and visit their campus to go with, I believe, my school to go watch the team. I heard the name a lot, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll go there. And then I remember as high school was going along, I was like, I heard the names again. I was like, just starting to get more in my head. And then, yeah, by the time my senior year came, they were an offer, and I took it.
Well, basically, what I wanted to say that my wife covered it. I wish we would have run into you when Joshua was a sophomore, because I mean, you did such a great job in 1 month.
Exactly.
In 1 month, I mean, imagine what you would have done in 2 years. So my recommendation to any parent is to get a hold of you the junior year, beginning of the junior year, sophomore.
It's well worth the investment. It's an investment.
That's where they need to get a hold of you.